Okay, before I make my ruling. So the state of Texas charges interest on any judgment. That's 6%. And when we do the math, interest a month on that judgment after those credits is $422 per month. If you pay less than $422 per month, that judgment is just going to get bigger and bigger. Also, child support is based on all your income, all your overtime, how many minor children you have before the court with Miss Williams, giving you credit for the other two minor children that you have that are under the age of 18 or still in high school, giving you credit for the cost of the health insurance and union dues. That's all that I can look at. I can't look at the rent, mortgage, lights, water bill, cell bill. You help your mom with her bills. That's all that I can look at. Okay. So with that being said, I am going to confirm that you owe $84,461.26. The monthly payout is $473 is the request, and I'm going to grant that beginning May 1st, 2024.
Basically, his life is over a failed relationship or marriage. Hearing those numbers as a man, right? So we doing math. We hearing all this, right? She just chilling. She's sitting up there chilling. Whatever. This man is a house loan in the hole in child support. He got his vest on. He's probably at work now. He got his phone. You could look at the ceiling. He's not in the house. You can see the skylight right there. That's in a factory somewhere. He at work getting the bad news that it's all for nothing. Being a father, fatherhood, the joy of bringing kids in the world, bringing up somebody in your likeness. They get to shadow you and mirror you, want to be like you, look up to you. You just reduce that into a bill. They not even your kids no more. They just a bill. That's it. You can imagine all the things that's going through his mind. Not that I should have pulled out or I don't want my kids. Maybe so. He probably don't even want to be here no more. Some people think about hurting the kids, taking them away, then taking her. Then taking themselves. Some men just take themselves. Some people, some men, like in this situation, he might be homeless. The lady he with might leave him. Like the judge said, we don't care about your bills, your mother, any other kids you got. We only care about the kids you have with Miss Williams. And if you pay this minimum, you still gonna be in debt. So you need to try to pay more than the minimum with a $16.50 an hour job. That's poverty already. So if he's bringing home a full $500 check, working 40 hours, so that's one check right there. You gotta think about whatever his mortgage is, his rent or whatever, right? His price of groceries, his utilities, just the day to day, helping out with other things that might come up in his life, right? One check away from a disaster. And you hear this news. Look at his face. Hold on. Let's just play this again.
Okay, before I make my ruling. So the state of Texas charges interest on any judgment. That's 6%. And when you
So they getting their money off the top. Wait, any loan or anything work when it's money being transferred from one person to the next and them being the middleman? The way they make their money, they gonna get theirs off the top. So he's paying that 6% of what he owe off top. Yeah, because we gotta make sure you do what you're supposed to do. We gotta police you. We gotta get the money from you to her. So that's 6% off top. That's the first thing she said. The state of Texas gonna get their money off the top.
We do the math, interest a month on that judgment after those credits is $422 per month. If you pay less
That's the interest after the credit. So whatever she gave him credit for,
than $422 per month, that judgment is just going to get bigger and bigger.
it's like pouring water in a cup with a hole in it. Look at his face. Look at his face. And then if you ain't got no money for a lawyer to fight back, see the way the child support thing work, your baby mother could come there with a bonnet on, smelling like liquor and cigarettes. And she got a state appointed attorney in some cases in some states. Here you are, you at work, you can't even pay the child support, let alone afford a lawyer. So what you think gonna happen? Is this fair?
Also, child support is based on all your income, all your overtime, how many minor children you have before the court with Miss Williams, giving you credit for the other 2 minor children that you have that are under the age of 18 or still in high school, giving you credit for the cost of the health insurance and union dues. That's all that I can look at.
Damn. Look, you know that the unions tied in with the government and the state. You know, they endorse somebody, you know, they put their money behind them and have all the union guys vote in their favor. So you see who getting their money. Only thing that get credited is the kids that he already got, right, with her and the union. That's funny. Everybody got their hands in your pocket. Everybody. So I'm looking at his name is Nathan Williams. Her last name is Williams as well. So they was married. You know, and it's like, yo, we don't know what happened in they marriage, right? You know what I'm saying? We don't. So he could have been a bad guy. He could have been the greatest guy, and they just ain't click or whatever. People get in these marriages, they get married early, they grow apart, they don't love each other, they stop dating each other, they stop being attracted to each other, whatever. Life happens, right? And sometimes it don't work out. But that don't mean that it's time to like make this man go put a hammer in his mouth and pull the trigger.
Can't look at the rent, mortgage, lights, water bill, cell bill. You help your mom with her bills. That's all that I can look at.
So she only could look at the union dues and other kids he have, none of his utilities, not the way he afforded nothing. So if they went through a divorce, right? So whatever they had probably got divided up. And 9 times out of 10, because she have the kids, obviously, because he got to pay child support, she probably got the house. He probably just opted out and said, you keep the house and I'm going to go my separate way or whatever, right? And look at it backfired. Now he don't have nothing. Nothing. Regardless of whatever happened, this is not right. He will never dig out of this hole. This the rest of his life. And look at them sitting up there. She don't care. Yo, one thing about these judges, yo, that's why when I see them on these videos and they get in trouble, I'm just call Lieutenant such and such. They get on all crazy. No, take your ass, do that walkthrough, get fired, go to jail. They just be giving out numbers like it's nothing. They just 87 years, 47,000, just giving you whatever. And then they go back in their little room and they got this attitude about themselves, like, you know, like God. So yeah, not a lick of remorse in her eyes. Vindictiveness. Vengeance.
Okay. So with that being said, I am going to confirm that you owe $84,461.26. The monthly payout is $473.
So the interest is, listen to what just happened here. The interest is $422. That's what she said. Now the monthly payment is $473. You do the math on that. He's really only paying $51 to the child support, and the majority of it is going to the interest in the arrears or whatever. But I said that to say it seemed like he might as well just hang it up. So what's going to happen is this, right? He can't afford to pay it. They're going to come take his driver's license. Now he can't get to work. He ain't going to have nowhere to live. He can't drive nowhere. Can't feed himself if he can't meet that. Ain't no mercy over there. I don't know what you did, but she don't care at all. Bitter. Look at everybody just sitting there. Whatever. It ain't me. It's him. It's his life. We mean nothing to the system, Doug. We are expendable. The salt of the earth. We keep this motherfucker going. We do.
Is the request, and I'm going to grant that beginning May 1st, 2024. Child support of $481 beginning May 1st based on Texas law. Medical 128 beginning May 1st. Court costs, I traditionally order that 60 days out to be paid by the respondent, Mr. Williams. I'll give you 6 months.
The court costs. It just don't stop. Somebody got to pay for all of this. Texas must be a commonwealth. We not fitting the bill. You're going to pay for this. How dare she bring you up here and we got to sit in front of you and get paid by taxpayers and you waste our time to make us have to pay you, pay her. Now you're going to have to pay us and her. And you got 6 months. There is a consequence for not paying. Yo, they lock your ass up. And you be on work release. You be in jail. Getting up at 5 in the morning, leaving the jail to go to work to come back to jail. Messing with child support. It is not a game. I'm going to say this, man. I can't watch this man suffer anymore. I'm not into torture porn. I know how it feels. I've been in this situation before. Nobody cares about whatever other family you got going on or whatever. It's just railroad. But we got to be careful as men, right? About this, how we spread our seed. Who we put our seed in. We got to vet people a little bit better. Maybe in his situation, they was married, obviously, and it didn't work out. I don't know what he may have done that made her be so vengeful. But men in general, you don't want to be in this situation because it's not a life worth living. And women, you got to be careful who you open your legs to. You got to vet these men more carefully, because in some cases, child support is needed because it's some dudes out here that's bums. That's bums. He may be a bum. That's why he's that far in the arrears. Or he could have been behind in jobs. But he's in the arrears a lot. They was married. They still got the same last name. She probably didn't get around to changing it. That happens. But you don't want to get stuck with a man who can't take care of his kids or take care of himself. And you got to resort to this, to as though you don't even care. Because he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. They cold-blooded out here. That's all I got to say.